Hello everyone, this is back with MTG Hero, and I am back today with another Ixalan standard brew. Today we are going to be looking at Ixalan Jeskai approach, or second approach. So, sorry I haven't been posting up really here lately, just mainly just been busy with work. We also had the SEG tour that happened 2 weeks ago, and then this last week we have Worlds. So I hope to go over the decks and everything like that sometime this week. I'm just finishing up watching Worlds. I already know who wins, but I'm just, I just want to be able to watch everything so that way I can come out with a pretty decent view whenever I look at it. So I thought, it's been a little bit. I had some time tonight, and I thought I would play test one of the decks I'm looking at for my PPTQ coming up here in November. There's one in October, but I thought I'd just, it gives me an additional month to practice for that. So today we are going to be playing Jeskai Approach. So the reason why I chose Jeskai colors is basically because Red has some of the best removal in the format. Not only that, they get cards like a Braid, Magma Spray, Sweltering Suns, Hour of Devastation, Harness Lightning. All in all, those are just some of the best removal pieces in Standard. Kind of one of the things that I noticed with the blue-white edition of Jeskai Approach is the removal was lacking, and they just kind of had a hard time dealing with some stuff occasionally. Some other pieces of removal they were using was Farm to Market, which, it's good, but for a 3-mana spell, that's an instant that you can flash back. I mean, it's a decent card, don't get me wrong. They were also using, I think it was Thoctor Encampment, so the 3-mana enchantment. I think you can remove an artifact or a creature. They're also using stuff like Cast Out, Fumigate, which are all pretty decent pieces of removal, but I mean, it doesn't happen early. And not only that, with decks like Ramen Up Red running around, it needs something a little bit earlier. So I thought Sweltering Suns was a really good deal. And not only that, Harness Lightning works well with Glimmer Genius and Aether Hub. I also put in a couple copies of Braid. So let's go ahead and go over the deck. So the deck has technically 7 finishers. We've got 4 copies of Torrential Gearhulk. This is definitely just the best creature in Standard at this point in time. Just being able to flashback something was really awesome with that. We have 3 copies of Approach the Second Sun, the namesake of the deck. I like the Approach of the Second Sun decks. This is just one iteration I really want to try out. I think it'll do pretty well. We're going to go ahead and for our removal suite, we're playing 4 copies of Cast Out. Just remove some planeswalkers we might have some issues with, as well as other creatures, basically any non-land permanent. Couple copies of a Braid, just mainly for that, what is it called? The God Pharaoh's Gift decks, and other Torrential Gearhulks, as long as some other Gearhulks that are running around. We're also running 4 copies of Harness Lightning. It's just really one of the best 2-mana removal spells in Standard, especially with the suite it's coming around. For our counter suite, we are running 3 copies of Disallow and 4 copies of Supremo. These are just basically 2 of the best counter spells in the format right now. Disallow is great to be able to help take care of, different Planeswalker ultimates. Not like it really happens that often at all. Not as so much anymore as when we ever had Liliana. The Last Hope was a really big one that did well. Supreme Will seems to be taking that spot of Disallow a lot. Not only that, Supremo is basically 1 mana leak, or 1 extra mana leak, and not only that, you get an Impulse, which is really great in this deck. 4 copies of Glimmer, one of the best draw spells in this set. And then not only that, we also put in 2 copies of Search for Azcanta. If you guys haven't seen this in an Approach deck, look at it. It's really good. Kind of one of the things that I noticed in this deck compared to the Approach for the Second Sun, the blue-white version, is I don't really play as many cyclers as that deck does. So sometimes they can get to it faster, so we'll have to see what it's like in the mirror match. And we're also playing 5 board wipes, 3 copies of Fumigate, and 2 copies of Sweltering Sun. As I mentioned earlier, Sweltering Sun's probably the best removal against those Ramunap red decks. Just early, you can hit the board. If you need to, you can cycle it away. Fumigate, gain some extra life, and take care. 25 lands, 4 copies of Ether Hub, 4 Inspiring Vantage, 4 Spirebluff Canal. Going ahead and play 2 copies of Irrigate Farmland, 4 Island, 5 Mountain, and 2 Plains. The mana base is kind of shaky. I'm going to have to work on it a little bit. As for our sideboard, an extra copy of Sweltering Suns just for those Ramunap red decks. We're going to go ahead and go a little bit more controlling against the blue-white decks. 2 copies of Spell Pierce, 3 copies of Negate, just so that way we can go ahead and get some extra removal in there. Bang a Spray for those Ramunap red decks. Put in 2 copies of Essence Scatter. I really haven't had to bring them in yet, but definitely those are for those heavy creature decks. 3 copies of Authority to the Councils. It actually works really good against the Esper Godpharaoh's Gift, because usually they come in really hard, really fast, and are hitting you heavy. The new inclusion, though, is Vizier of Many Faces. We saw this in the Pro Tour a little bit. This is for those green decks that come in, for the Carnage Tyrants and everything like that. It can still copy it, so it's still pretty good, and I like it. So we'll go ahead and let's hop in here. Let's get a couple games in, see if anyone's playing Standard. This guy is, so let's go on ahead and see what he's got. All right. All right, so I'm going to be able to play. I'm going to draw. The initial hand, I mean, we've got lands and spells. We'll probably draw into something here pretty good. We've got our early Harness Lightning, so I think this is okay to keep. It'll be something a little bit different. Let's go Spirebluff first, and then the turn. But yeah, actually, if you guys haven't got a chance to watch it, oh, it's Beaumont Courier. Well, we know what we're playing immediately, so that's pretty good. If you guys got a chance going ahead and watch the Pro Tour, you'll get to learn a lot. Every time I watch it, I learn something new, which I think is one of the good things, is just to be able to continue watching it and then learn new skills and everything like that. What was funny that I saw is there was no copies of Blue-White Approach at all, which I thought a lot of people were talking about, like with the SCG Tour, that would be something that we'd seen a lot more. He's going for the Earthshaker Kindra, so I can either go to 3. Let's go ahead and Harness Lightning that. Really, I just want to get rid of it at this point. We'll go up to 2 energy. And we'll take 1. I think we have to play that Inspiring Advantage so that way we can play our cast out on the next turn. Maybe, just depends. But yeah, there was no copies. And control decks were actually, the main form of control was Blue-White and Grixis. I'm sorry, not Blue-White. Blue-Black and Grixis, which was really cool. I mean, I really enjoyed watching it. I can't not wait just to go over it. I'll probably put up a deck list over everybody. And we'll talk a little bit about that probably sometime either tomorrow. Okay, Soulscar Mage. Probably tomorrow or the next day. Just kind of depends. All right. Let's go Mountain in turn. So currently he's at 3. What's really good, though, is that since we kept this, we'll be able to cast out any kind of hazard at the fervent that he puts down. Usually these decks, and that was something interesting. Usually these decks run anywhere between 3 and 4. I think it's usually pretty good to run 3 of these guys. 2. So right now we've taken 5 points of damage over the course of this game. It's not something like hard to come back from. We should be able to hit it in the next 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we just took 4 extra points of damage. Probably should have just cast out on one of those. Let's play Island, and we'll pass the turn. So we definitely probably want to start removing creatures. That Beaumont Courier is going to be a pain. There's Hazaret. Let's just allow that. I don't even want it to touch the ground. He's probably going to sack Beaumont Courier. This next turn he's going to get back 5 cards. Let's go ahead and I will make him do it now. Looks like it was Beaumont Courier sacked. Okay. So it's 9-20 right now. Oh, he's right. I don't get the energy counters because of the since it was sacked. So we're in a tight predicament right now. Yes, I know what Scorched Desert does. I play this deck all the time. If you guys haven't got to see me play Robot Brad, definitely go check that out. It's pretty fun. I enjoy that. Okay, main phase 2, 1, 2. Okay. Zev. Okay. Let's go ahead and take out that Zev. I don't want to mess with that. Oh, man. I'm not seeing anything. Double Soulscar Mage. He can Ramanop. He deals 2. Let's go ahead and take out another one. And it's Hazaret. Well, I goofed. All right. So usually when you have to do this, this is a bad sign. All right. So we're going in the 3 cards. Let's leave in the Abrades. Cast out was okay. And maybe a search. Let's take out a disallow. I mean, it wasn't where we wanted to be. And I definitely, our deck gets better with sideboard. Wait, I completely forgot about authorities. So it makes me wonder if I really need the magma sprays. Let's go down one more, cast out. I think once Gearhulk hits, they can't really deal with it. All right. So this time we're going to be on the play. We'll keep that. Authority. So this is definitely going to help kind of boost up our life. We've got 4 mana. Boom. 20. And he just put a card down. I think he got excited about it too. Let's go ahead and we will add an energy. So this can kind of help fuel or disallow. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what he does for turn 2. If he plays anything, okay. We've got a turn 5 Fumigate. The only thing that stinks right now is we don't have the right amount of blue mana to cast our disallow, but we have our cushion. I think Authority of the Councils too is something really difficult for the raw map red decks to deal with. It just, oh, we're going to gain 2 life. Okay. So basically just put us back to where we need. Oh, okay. We could, I think the right thing to do is to just go on ahead and do the search for Azcanta. We can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts us down to 17. The search for Azcanta should find us our 5th land. We'll Fumigate, and then we'll gain 3 back. So we'll go clean up to 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. I'm sorry, we go back up to 20. Okay, and he is pumping. Pretty good mana sink. So we give you the top 1. As much as I would like that at this point, I think we just need an untapped land, which we get it. 1, 2, 3. Fumigate. Fumigate. There you go. And, all right. So, we've got 2 cards in hand. We're going to gain 1 life from the Earthshaker. Hopefully it just passes the turn. We go to our upkeep. We top 1. Yeah, that's dirty. Yeah, we're gonna go and play our 2nd Authority of the Councils. Not only that, we have Disallow mana up now thanks to our Inspiring Vantage. 1, 2, 3. Let's see where it goes though from here. Double Authority of the Councils. Okay, we'll just take the 2. It's fine. Oh, Hazaret. Fortunately, this requires an answer. We'll disallow that. Upkeep. 1. Cast out. That's pretty good. We'll keep that in the turn. So we're 4 away from flipping our search. Authority of the Councils is still doing a pretty good job. It looks like he's not going to be playing any. I think we're just going to have to probably this next turn here if he doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3. Provincial up, man. Do we need it? Not really. Graveyard. Inspiring Vantage is not really. Okay. All right, I think we're set to go now. The only thing that really stinks that we've watched a little bit is the interaction between Search for Azcantha and Torrential Gearhulk. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to gain 2 life. So he probably... I think we just have to Gearhulk it out. I think that's the safest bet. We need some extra cards. Oh, it worked out really well for us. Top 1. Oh, let's go ahead and keep Fumigate just as like an emergency backup. We can successfully deal with all of his creatures this turn. I feel pretty good about it. I think it also kind of just shows a little bit of our strength. Set to 8. What we'll do is on his... So we'll go ahead and we'll just... we'll cast out the Glorybringer just to avoid any other type of removal that he might have that could possibly bite us. Hopefully this doesn't bite us too hard. For 2 minutes, probably another Earthshaker or Carry Zev. A Braid sucks too, though. That's okay. So this next turn, we get to flip our Azcantha. Depending, we don't really need it. And let's end the turn. So now we've got Azcantha and the Sunken Ruin. We can basically impulse and start looking. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's he got? That's 6 mana. Earthshaker Kendra. Oh, okay. Fine. We're going to gain double life because of that Earthshaker. Now the question is do we impulse? I think we go on ahead and we impulse. Oh, torrential. Bottom. Well, we got double harness lightning. We can probably go on ahead and glimmer and get an extra card. It's not like we're really losing anything. Let's do the top 2 of Braid. The Braid's not really going to do that much right now. Our harness lightning though will do a pretty good job. Let's go ahead. We'll play Inspiring Vanish. We'll tap that in the turn. Kind of hoping he commits a little bit more to his board. Right now we're at 9 energy. Let's go ahead. We will harness. Remove a counter. Six. Is he going to do it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remove green. Torrential. Harness. Remove. Okay. I think now we can just take over. Attack. Torrential. And now since we've got Search for Azcanta out, I mean, we can start really pulling out head of the game. We just have to be careful. Say, it's my response. Four. We'll take that. Also pretty well. One, two. Okay. Man, Harsh Mentor, that's definitely in there for this. Okay. So we have our emergency panic button. And Harsh Mentor, though, in the main deck, is definitely for these searches. 1. Bomat Courier. Okay. 2. Okay. I'm not sure if there's much I'd really change. Maybe take out these disallows. I mean, it did take out a, oh, what's its nuts? The God. So, but I think putting in magma sprays will help out. Oh, okay. And we'll keep that. And that's the other deal too. I usually forget to do is that if they're on the play first, they have to say, "Oh, and he missed." It's looking good. They have to say whether or not they are the ones keeping. If they're on the play first, they have to make that decision. Please be Earthshaker. Okay, so can't really deal with Karizev with. Okay. So either way, we're taking 3. Just going ahead and just like. Spray. And now. Okay. So we have another way to deal with that. In the world did that happen? Well, the good deal is I've got Harness Lightnings. They can help fuel up the mana. Yep. Should have just. Oh, 4. Oh my goodness, Chandra. Looks like he Chandra'd to gain 2 mana. And we just hit our fourth. We missed our 4th land drop. Sometimes this can be difficult. If we can get our 4th land drop and it's an untapped land, we can cast out the Chandra. We're going to take 2 from Earthshaker Kinra. We might take... Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty good. Will you cast it though? Maybe? Maybe. Yep. Okay, so he's got 3 cards in hand. An Earthshaker Kendra, a Chandra, and a Hazard there for it. I don't want to say it was luck, but... Oh, I forget we can... Let's go ahead and... Yep. That's our only play. So definitely we saved ourselves some points damage. Completely had a blind moment. Oh. Oh, we have to hit our next land drop extremely soon. Oh, this is bad. Okay. What? Let's go ahead and save ourselves a few points of damage. Take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got... I mean, they're both issues at this point. Lightning Strike. Ugh. I think he's got it. Yep, he's got it. Yeah, because there's no way I can... Let's see, anyone else? Let's go ahead and try to set up a new game. Oh, there's somebody right there. Let's bring it back up. MTG Poke Hero is ready to go. And remember, guys, if you like our videos, please like, subscribe, comment. Just let me know if you like something. If you don't like it, I can't really change anything if I don't know. Also, remember, go check us out on Patreon. That is MTG Poke Hero at patreon.com. All in all, though, I mean, this may be the deck I play at my PPCQ. I'm hoping this is something similar. I'll probably be playing an approach deck. I was going to be playtesting both this and Ramen Up Red, but it doesn't look like I may be able to afford all the cards for Ramen Up Red. My other option was to rent out the deck, which I might do just depending to see how much it is worth. But all in all, I don't think that's something I want to do. I mean, if I want to own a deck, but I guess you have to do whatever you need to do to win. Let's see. We have let's go ahead. Let's just play our Irrigated Farmland. And then we'll go Mountain Ether Hub. This is probably it could be the Sultai energy deck. It could be the Teamer energy deck. It could be 4-colored energy. So those are our main 3 options right now that we're watching for. As soon as we, usually probably at the second land drop, we might see, unless he plays another like Botanical Sanctum or something like that. But at least that way we can narrow it down. Okay, so he's either playing Sultai or 4-color, and that is that's a Kurama speaker. Okay. So now maybe it is a Merfolk deck splashing black for removal. Okay, so now it's a 2/2. Let's see where you go, buddy. Stainer. What kind of name is Stainer? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. Don't know why I can't count. Okay. Okay. So now it's a 4/4. He gets a +1/+1 counter there. Yeah, that sucker is a 4/4 now. What is going on? Oh, he doesn't have an island, so it's still a 3/3. So we're probably just going to have to wipe the board this turn. And a 2/3. It's a 2/4. It's on up to 2 of them. Okay, took 3. Interesting. Let's go to Sweltering Suns. That speaker is way too big. So we'll be taking 2. Next turn, going down to 15. We've got our island, though, so we'll probably either be glimmering or casting out Supreme Will, maybe. Realistically, we are looking for our lands 5 and 6. We want to hit that land 7, hopefully. Walking Ballista. Oh, that's such a pain in the butt. Okay. See, I have something else. You might have another 1-drop. So we have lands 5. We'll play our island and pass. Why is it blocking? Don't know why you put it. 1, 2, 3. It's fine. It's kind of one of the things about control decks that can be kind of annoying is just that the fact that your life total is basically your main resource, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we've got lands 5 and 7. We could think this is what I really need to be doing though, just so that way I'm guaranteed to approach on turn 7. The main goal though is just to make it to turn 7 at this point. Would love a Fumigate, and we got it. So if we Fumigate, he will probably sack it, but so technically I will stay at 0 or 12 life. I'll net 0 life. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe I'll draw this on tap. That's kind of the other deal too. I just noticed he hasn't really been hitting his land drops. I think it's okay for us to take a turn off. So that's what I will do this turn. I will take a turn off. We'll be able. Yeah, he just no 4th line is killing him, man. It is definitely is. Basically right now, pretty good either way. So the question is do I cycle out the cast out? Okay, let's go ahead and hit it. So we got to approach. Five, six. All right. So we are off to the races now. Oh man. Yeah, it looks like his converted mana cost is off. He's insane. It like in his hand, he's got like 5 or 6 cards with converted mana cost of 4 or more. What is coming down now? River Snake. So this is definitely like some kind of weird mess with your. So 6 cards down. I don't really think I have to do much more. I could technically, so it's 6, I know it's 6 cards down. I can double Supreme Will to get the approach. Oh, came into play on time. Okay, 1. We'll just take the disallow. Okay, so is that 1? So put it as 6, 4. It's 2 now. All right, now it's right at the bottom. Could have cycled, cast out, turned around, and cast it. And our opponent concedes. All right, so we see there's a lot of smaller stuff. So let's go ahead and bring an extra copy of Sweltering Suns. I'm wondering if maybe he's doing that thing to where it has deep root waters. So Authority that counts is going to be really good there. Those guys usually have hexproof, so we'll take out the abrades and maybe a fumigate. Should probably take out a fumigate and a disallow. Just changed up on my suite here. Hopefully this Sweltering Sun. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably should just leave the fumigates and keep in the Sweltering Sun. 2 Sweltering Suns because we saw that his creatures bumped up really quick into where he was even out of Sweltering Sun's range. It is definitely possible for that Kirma Speaker to become a 4/4 on turn 3 or 2. It was quick. That sucker jumped up there. Let's see. We can actually look. Kirma Speaker turn 1. I think, yep. So a 4/4 on turn 3. All right. Thank you. Oh. So Double Island, Plains, Inspiring Vantage, Glimmer. And my opponent just mulliganed. 5. Okay, we're just gonna keep it. We have Inspiring Vantage, or we have Approach of the Second Sun to be able to get us up there. We've got turns for the next, or lands for the next 5 turns for sure. We should be able to draw this on piece removal. Top, draw Catacomb. So he is turn. Okay. Let's see how this works. So we got untapped land for the next 6 turns. Definitely what's probably going to find us next removal is this Glimmer. I wonder if that's the River Sneak. Branch Walker. Okay. Let's explore. Do you keep it? You probably keep it. It's going to be a 3/2. Oh no, puts it in the graveyard. Definitely really aggressive. Ooh, we hit Sweltering Suns. So let's just watch and see how it goes. So hopefully he commits something else to the board. We're going to take 3, go down to 17. The Sweltering Suns will wipe, and then we'll turn around turn 4 Glimmer, and we should be able to last until our approach hits. Kind of one of the sad things is that everybody was really excited for Merfolk, but it doesn't look like... I mean, this deck, I mean, it's probably got some decent removal, like Walk the Plank and stuff like that. Okay. So this is now a 2/2. So we can remove... Well, there we go. Let's play our energy. So this is one of the things we were kind of hoping for, is that it didn't ramp up to. What are you playing? Negate. All right. Definitely kind of walked into that. So we're going to take 5, go to 12. Another draw Catacombs. Main phase 2, nothing. Maybe we can go into another Fumigate. We're going to go from 5 to 7, or from 12 to 7. We'll take 5, which is okay. It always gets me a little bit anxious when this happens. Just going to Glimmer. Man, we didn't get board wipe. And we've got the Fumigate. Ooh, ooh, that's the sound. Fumigate. Do you have another negate? One, two, three, four. What are you doing? Okay. So he's going to gain 2 life. I'm going to gain a life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the question is do I just go Island with a Torrential, or do I think that's what I'm going to do. Blossoming Defense. Go. Okay. So it looks like my turn 7 will be tapped, but honestly, I just want to get rid of this Branch Walker. Plus, I got him to waste a Veraska's Contempt on a Fumigate. He should just let me gain the 2 life. Authority of the councils. That's probably enough to mess him up pretty decent. I really don't even think I need it at this point. Add a counter. Approach. We're going to attack him. We're taking that as 17. We'll end the turn. And then next turn, we will just go Authority of the Councils and we'll play it out. Let's go Spire Bluff, Authority. In the turn. So it is 6 spots down. So either way, he is done. But he's not expecting it this soon. And approach. It's fine. Attack from the 7 in the turn. Try to make it look like we had Spell Pierce, but he had to go for it. 1. Mind him. Okay. And we took. It's now a 2/2. Let's put him down to 2. We've got so much pressure on him. We have enough removal to remove all of his creatures this turn. Basically, what I kind of want to do is make him sweat it probably get rid of like a nut. He's looking for something, and he conceded. And we're good. All right. So that was the Jeskai approach deck. Definitely some of the things I saw is it doesn't cycle out as fast as the blue-white does, which is okay. We didn't get to play another control deck. Both the decks we played were pretty aggressive for the most part. Granted, we did lose the Ramanop Red matchup, which is not really in our favor. Probably just need to work on the lands a little bit. Man, that's really heavy on the mountains. When really I probably need to put out some more islands and plains. All in all, it's a fun deck. I enjoyed it. Probably here, maybe tomorrow or within the next couple days, we'll be talking about SCG Dallas. Then we'll be talking about Worlds, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But all in all, remember, guys, if you liked the video, please like, subscribe. There's only 2 games tonight. It's getting kind of late, and I feel like a third game would just be pushing it, and I wouldn't be able to think all that proper. But so let's go ahead and we'll cut it down at 2 games. Got to see it against an aggressive decks and kind of one mediocre deck, really. But all in all, my name is Zach with MTG Poke Hero, and may the top decks be forever in your favor. Thanks, and have a good night.